Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 23rd, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far, but it's a great Monday evening. Everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you've got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country. Also take a look at your local forecast as well for your Tuesday and Wednesday. Also take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map. Also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day 2, 3, and 4. And we got day 4 looks to be a 15% risk area, but we'll talk about that in tonight's video. And also take a look at the fire weather for day number 3 and 4 as well across the board. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see we got a little cold front stretching from up here near St. John's Island to Newfoundland, stretching all the way down into the Carolina. You can see a little flare up or some kind of precipitation over Virginia and North Carolina. That will continue to race away. A little bit of activity may fire up in here into South Carolina. Could be a few thunderstorms and showers toward the coastal area, but that will continue to push away from the air. A little bit in Georgia, a little bit of activity through areas of Louisiana, Texas, and then more activity across areas of New Mexico over toward Missouri to Kansas and Nebraska through Wyoming, Utah, Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, Montana, portion of Nevada, and California region as well. You can see a little bit of activity up here from New York State into Maine, and a little bit across Minnesota into South Canada. You can see the atmospheric moisture moving into the Pacific Northwest, and that will continue to move across the country, but not much precipitation expected pretty much across the board. If it is, it'll be just very light in nature, but it could be some severe weather as well as we continue to roll forward. Expect to cool down for Tuesday and Wednesday across the Carolinas. Temperatures in the 60s, lows in the 30s and 40s, rebound into the 80s toward the Thursday and Friday time frame before another cool down comes in. But here's your forecast for your Tuesday. That was just a little bit of forecast for South Carolina, since that's where I'm located at. And if anybody else is located in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, you'll be experiencing the same type of weather as we're having here in South Carolina pretty much. Thunderstorms and showers across central and north Florida. Shower activity in portions of South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Panhandle, Florida, Mississippi, and Arkansas, and Tennessee. One little shower activity maybe in Missouri, and also portion of Iowa. More shower activity in Washington, Oregon State, Northwest California, and a few scattered showers in Nevada and southern central California as well. Alright, and we got mixed precipitation in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota. A little bit of freezing rain across South Canada and North Dakota. A little pocket of heavy snow in Washington State. Snow flying in portion of North Dakota through Minnesota, more northern Minnesota through northern Wisconsin, Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Huron. A little bit of snow flying up here in northern Maine, stretching in northern New Hampshire, Vermont. A little bit of mixed precipitation in New York State. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on into your Wednesday forecast 9. It should roll out something like this here across the board. Okay, but you can see the weather features on the board where the precipitation will be across northern California to Montana to Nebraska to Mississippi to North Florida, Atlantic coastal waters. You can see that's another cold front with a warm frontal boundary across Canada through Minnesota back over to portions of New Brunswick. Alright, we got thunderstorms and showers for much of Florida, Florida Keys up to central and north Florida. Shower activity for northern Florida to Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, also Alabama, Mississippi, to Panhandle, Florida. Little shower activity there. Eastern Louisiana. Shower activity stretching from eastern Tennessee to Kentucky to Illinois to Ohio, Indiana. Also portion of Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York State over toward portions of northern Connecticut, southern Massachusetts. A little bit of shower activity in portions of Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, and Nevada. Got some freezing rain possible up here in portion of Minnesota, North Dakota, South Canada, a little bit in portion of northern Michigan, also portion of Wisconsin. Mixed precipitation in northwestern California through Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Canada, through Minnesota, Wisconsin, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, and New York State, to Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, southern and central Maine. A little bit of snow in portion of northern Maine as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on into the current watch and warning advisory map across the nation, currently across your local forecast areas. and there's not too much activity across the board. You can see we just got special weather statements. These are just mainly concerned fire weather statements up here in portions of Washington D.C., Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Nebraska, portions of South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, and also Montana. Got some high wind watches in Montana, wind advisories over here in areas of Oregon, and then we got some red flag warning for portions of Colorado, a couple counties in Kansas, and also in Nebraska. Dense fog along the Gulf Coast in portions of southeast Texas or eastern Texas and southern Louisiana. Smoke craft advisory, gale warning from Maine all the way down to the east coast of Florida, southern California, Washington State, southern the Alaska region, and nothing inland. You're good, looking good. Much of the Hawaiian chain islands still got the flood warnings in the burgundy color. Flood warnings and flood watches, and also special marine warnings along the coastal and marine areas of the Hawaiian chain island. Alright, now let's move on into the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for your Tuesday. This general thunderstorm from Jacksonville down to Tampa, to Melbourne, just north of Miami. Could not rule out a severe thunderstorm warning in that area as well. Alright, let's move on into day number 3, which is your Wednesday. And it should roll out like this here across the board. We've got general thunderstorms over here around Seattle, Washington. And then again up here in areas of Indianapolis, Indiana, St. Louis, Missouri, Columbus, Ohio, and also east of Pierre, and also Springfield, Missouri. Illinois, that is, excuse me. And could not rule out a severe thunderstorm over here in Washington State, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and portions of Louisville, Kentucky areas as well for day number 3. Alright, let's take a look at that severe weather perspective for 15% risk area across the board. You can see from Jefferson City, Hannibal, also St. Louis, Missouri, Pierre to Indianapolis, Fort Wayne to Cleveland, Detroit, Columbus, Ohio. 15% risk for severe weather. Could be some damaging winds, tornadoes, and large hail associated with this area of 15% risk. Could not be surprised. Marginal risk will be outlined in the area in day 3, but it could be a moderate risk or an elevated risk, which is 30%, could occur. Alright, here's a look at the fire weather for day number 3 and 4 across the board. You can just see, well, they didn't take it down. Day number 3 should be up in this area here. Okay, right there. Day number 3, you can see it up here in Casper, Wyoming. And day number 4 looks like this. This is where the critical fire weather looks to be over Santa Fe, over in North Texas. But you can see an elevated risk over here in portions of Midland, Texas, up to Colby, Kansas region as well, and surrounding areas. So let's take a look at day number 4. You can see it a little bit better, and that's where it's located right there. Alright, day number 5, nothing, not yet anyway. Day number 6, 7, and 8, nothing at the time, but anywhere could be a few fire risk area. Across the Carolinas, there's still an elevated risk. Low relative humidity could drop down to 25% or less, and winds will gust to around 25 to 30 miles per hour at some locations as well. So it could be an elevated risk for, could be some fire weather problems as well across the Carolinas. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.